What is going on YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this being my review for Married to Medicine Season 12, Episode 11. So we got the couples trip, y'all, but we start out at Angel's movie premiere. She's starring in a movie. Angel is a Renaissance woman, child. She does everything, and I'm so glad that she's represented on this show as a woman who is working and doing her thing. That is so great to see. Dr. Simone, Dr. Contessa, Quad, and I believe one other person shows up for the premiere. And this executive producer comes up and compliments Dr. Contessa on her hair, and then Dr. Contessa turns around and says, "Is he single?" Why would she? I have a feeling Dr. Contessa may not be wrapped too tight upstairs. Like something ain't right going on up here, and I've been seeing it all season long, all season long. But anyways, and so the ladies come to come to support Angel for her movie premiere, and once again, I'm very happy for Angel, going out and doing her thing. While the movie is before we get to the movie, Dr. Simone reveals to the ladies that because Dr. Simone and Cecil are going through some marital issues right now, they don't feel like they are right to be hosting the couples trip, and so they've handed the reins over to Toya and Eugene. And what Dr. Mimi was there as well. So Dr. Mimi is not feeling it. Quad is not feeling it. The ladies are not feeling the fact that Toya is going to be hosting this couples trip. And then Toya and Eugene are talking about the fact that they are hosting this couples trip. And Eugene brings up this idea that, if anyone gets out of line, we should probably send them back to their room. I don't know if anyone's going to abide by that whatsoever. I think it is a good idea, but they know that things are going to get out of hand on this trip. But I guess they want to frame it as, they want to try to avoid those types of things happening. Not sure if that's going to work or not, but hey, it is what it is. But anyways, and so, the ladies are packing for the trip. I'm starting to see a whole lot more, or we are starting to see rather a whole lot more of King and Quad's dynamic. And it's really odd to me. And I think it's not really surprising that they are now broken up. I know there are a lot of people who have been close to Quad who have continuously said that Quad and King are together for real, for real. But what they present to us on the show doesn't seem really authentic necessarily as a couple. Like maybe as friends, like they seem like they might be really, really good friends. But as a couple, like I don't really see chemistry between them. They really don't seem like they necessarily love one another per se. But, it is what it is. King, calls out the fact that, Quad's about to take a number two. Like, why would you do that on national TV? Doesn't seem like King necessarily cares for Quad in that, genuinely, caring way. But, it is what it is. But anyway, so the ladies are heading to Jamaica for this couples trip. Now, Curtis is on a golfing trip in Canada. I don't know much about golf, so I don't know that people who play golf go to Canada to play golf. Like, okay, Dr. Jackie, okay, Curtis, whatever. That's so weird to me. That's so odd to me. But anyway, so the flights are all jacked up, all messed up. Everyone's out on the same plane. One group's like, for instance, Dr. Mimi and her husband's flight was canceled. They had to stay the night in the airport, things of that nature. They don't get there till the next day. I believe it was Dr. Heavenly, Quad, and Mimi, if I'm not mistaken. Their flight got delayed, so one group is getting there before the other group. But once everyone gets there, Toya and Eugene, asked for all the participants in the couples trip, to take a pledge of friendship or something of that nature. And this is very similar to Cynthia, wanting a friendship contract with Nene or something like that. Like, this is really, really interesting. But everyone does the pledge. A group of the ladies do go out. But before that happens, Dr. Jackie goes over to Dr. Heavenly's room, and she wants Dr. Heavenly to help out with the Met Gala. And Dr. Heavenly's not feeling it. And I think the main reason why she's not feeling it is because Toya is supposed to be heading this whole Met Gala thing. She's supposed to be in charge, the head in charge for this Met Gala. And that conversation goes nowhere whatsoever. I'm sure Dr. Heavenly will eventually start helping out, but it is what it is. But some of the ladies go out. I'm sure it was Quad and King, Toya and Eugene. I can't necessarily remember everyone that went out there, but apparently they had a good time because the next morning Dr. Simone goes out. I'm sure Cecil went out as well. I love the fact that Dr. Simone, even at her age, is still willing to go out and have a good time. Like, it's still kind of cringy for me to see 40-plus-year-olds using turn up and, we gonna go all out, all this stuff like they're so young and stuff. But at the same time, I think it's still kind of funny. It's still kind of funny. But anyways, and so Dr. Simone is telling the girls that, she's the recovery after having a long night out of drinking and having fun is an all-day affair. And I completely understand that. I've never been one to really go out like that. So thankfully I don't have to experience those types of issues. But shout out to y'all who do, because that is a talent in itself. But anyway, so everyone is doing a little bit of a seminar for the kids who are in Jamaica, encouraging them, allowing them to see Black doctors and Black professionals and things of that nature. I think that's a great idea. While they're on the bus before they actually go to the event, there's a whole thing that goes down with Toya and Dr. Heavenly. Toya's trying to get everyone together, trying to tell them that we need to leave all this mess on the bus. We don't need to be going in front of these kids, acting a fool. And I agree with Toya about that. Then Dr. Damon kind of speaks up and, he starts talking a little bit over Toya. And Dr. Heavenly pipes up and is like, my man is talking. Let my man talk. And Dr. Damon wants everyone to pray before they go in, and Toya is completely ignoring Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly. Well, not ignoring them, but she's not paying them any mind. And I just feel like Dr. Heavenly just does not like Toya at all. She just does not care for her whatsoever. And I understand that, but don't act like y'all are friends in one moment and then be at each other's necks in the next moment. Like, that's hard to follow, for me at least. But Toya, she prays and then, they all get off the bus. Of course, Dr. Mimi and her husband finally get there. They're talking to the kids. Now, when Dr. Heavenly says her piece, she says the word damn. And, when they're talking to kids, of course, you want to try to watch your mouth. Dr. Heavenly turns around and says, damn is not a bad word. Damn. It's really funny to me. And then Dr. Heavenly later on, pulls Toya aside and tells her, we don't need any mess between us. And, we have to get on better terms. And, I don't want any drama with you. Thankfully, Toya knows better. She knows that, Dr. Heavenly will apologize in one moment and then in the next moment, she'll be right back on your neck. So I'm glad these women know who Dr. Heavenly is and know how to deal with her. Because Dr. Heavenly is Dr. Heavenly. She's never going to change. And, that's who she is. But she's on the show because of who she is and what she brings to the show. So it is what it is. But, they finally end the day on a great terms. And Toya says she hopes that, the rest of the trip, she thanks everyone for their contributions. I love seeing Dr. Mimi's husband, kind of play a little bit of sports with everyone because he's a former NFL player. I love seeing that as well. And I loved all of the doctors, all of the castmates talking to the kids. I think that's a great thing for them to be able to motivate those young children in Jamaica to be anything they want to be. And then we get a preview of what's going to happen, I'm assuming, in the next episode where things are going to go haywire. So I am very much looking forward to that. And this whole conversation about King and Quad trying to have a baby before getting married, like with, Curtis saying that, according to the Bible, that's not a good thing. So I'm really looking forward to the next episode. Tell me, you guys, what you think down in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, be sure to leave the thumbs up for this video. Press the notification bell. Share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Be sure to join me every Thursday night at 8 p.m. for my live Hot Topics and Social Commentary show. I go live every Thursday night at 8 p.m. with my sister, Prophetic Fire Reiki, as well as our friend Bianca Edwards. We always have a great time on that show, talking about the latest happenings and goings on. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.